Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. All right, so today I'm going to be doing a sit down chatty type video. I don't do these as often, but I do like to do them every once in a while, and I know some of you guys appreciate them. Today I wanted to talk with you guys just about a little bit about my story and about a few of the women in my life who, helped build a strong foundation for me as a now woman. It's like, I can't believe I'm getting ready to be 30, like really soon. There are about, I would say, a handful of women in my life who were huge inspirations to me, and one of them obviously is my mother. I have a very strong mom. I come from a long line of really strong women. My grandma is super strong, just an amazing woman. And there were two women in particular that I'm gonna kind of like talk about a little bit today. One of them, so my mom, my dad was a musician and he was always on tour all the time. And so he was gone many months out of the year, and still is to this day. That's just kind of his job. He's not home a lot. And so my mom really relied on her friendships. She had very strong friendships. One of her friends, who I knew from the time I was a baby, she passed away from cancer. Shortly after Byron and I were married. The most wonderful, she was like a second mom to me. And she would take me into her house when I was sick. Like, I would have the flu and my mom would be working, and she would take me and make me soup, and she would always do my nails, and we would watch movies together, and she was just the most awesome woman, and someone to really talk to. Another very strong woman, and someone who was strong all the way through fighting cancer, and she fought it for years and years before it eventually took her life. But her name was Avril, and Avril was, like, it's only a good friend that would do that, that would take care of your kids like, they were her own almost. And we called her aunt, and her children were my cousins, and we still call them cousins. Like, I still call her my aunt, and they were my cousins. She took care of herself so well, and we would talk. She was really into like organic and natural, and so definitely, we would talk about different beauty products that were more natural, and juicing and things like that. And so it's like funny to kind of see yourself growing up and know, oh, these are the people that kind of planted seeds in me. And Avril was a good friend. My mom also had another friend. Her name was Kelly. Kelly was a huge influence on my life, and it started when I was like 9 years old. My mom took me down. She lived in Dana Point. My mom took me down to her house, and I remember initially with Kelly, she was just so physically beautiful, and her home was just perfect. She just had the most, a lot of the things you'll see on my channel, like the gift baskets when people come over, and some of those things that you might think are over the top, I learned that from Kelly. Then when I got to be about 13, 14, I started calling her. I knew she was busy and I knew she had a life, but she would always take my phone calls. I couldn't get along with one of my friends, and I needed advice, and she would always give me the best advice. Her life always seemed really perfect, and her life wasn't perfect. She had some serious trials, and I will say one of them was that she fought and beat cancer. She was still that amazing Kelly that I always knew. And so it proved to me over the years of seeing her and her character that all those things, those superficial things that were so fun, and I think she enjoyed just as much as I do. She was always into fashion and all that type of stuff. They didn't define who she was as a person overall, and that wasn't the foundation of her and her character. There was so much more beyond that. It is important to enjoy life and do fun things and take care of yourself and take care of your family and take care of the things that you've been blessed with. But more importantly, what is the foundation that builds you and who you are inside and your character? And a few things that these women taught me were, one, to share. I think it's so important to share. And at first, Kelly knew that I was I was 9, and I wanted to know about her makeup. She was so gracious to share that with me, and the same with Avril. She was gracious to share with me her tips and her tricks and the things that she loved. The second thing that these women did, they were servants. I know when you use the word servant, it's like an intense word, but really, Kelly didn't have to take my phone calls. And there have been times where I've reached out to women who I just really respect, and they just don't have the time, or didn't have the time to talk to me because they were really busy with their lives. And you know, sometimes I would get offended, but then I had to learn it's not always time for you to be friends with someone or be in someone's life, and that's okay. That doesn't mean that they're a bad person, but really for the people who did take the time, in a way, that's a service. And I want to be able to do that as well in some way. The third thing that I want to take away from these women and remember going forward is to savor these moments, because those are moments that once they're gone, you can never get them back. These people that are in your life, they come and they go, and they impart who they are on you, and you learn from them. You may not always have those people in your life, so to savor those moments. I definitely think becoming a mother really kind of put a special pair of glasses on me to really see what I value in life, and I just see the things that are not worth getting bent out of shape over. And I hope that continues. I hope that continues in my 30s, because it feels a heck of a lot better. Yeah, I'd love to know in the comments who are some women in your life that helped build the foundation for you in your life. So if you have a story that you want to share, please leave that in the comments. Again, this was a little bit of a different video, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.